What we're gonna do right now is take you back, all the way back, to 1981, to Skate Town, USA. 36th Street in Peoria, the heart of North Tulsa, where two lovebirds met, and the rest, as you can say, is history.
My man, yo, this how we gotta get started off, bro. Because I've known you for a long time.
Right,
you know what I mean?
right.
What year did you graduate high school? 06, 05? 06. You're a year ahead of me, man. But dude, like I had to regretfully admit, you know what I mean, like a month or so ago, that I had just dug into your catalog musically, you know, into your discography, and I'm like, man, that shit is jamming, man.
I appreciate it.
I gotta be honest with you.
I appreciate that.
No doubt. But see, what I always, like anybody else that's sort of a nerd like myself, I want to know, man, when did you find that love for music to the point to where, like, beyond fandom, to where it's like, yo, this is what I want to do.
What I want to do. Man, believe it or not, when I transferred from Central to Union.
Okay, which year was that?
This was 2000. This is my freshman year. So
okay.
I graduated 06. This is 2003. Winter break, going into 2004. You know what I'm saying? I transferred to Union, and the only black students I not even knew just could find somebody to sit around, because mind you, I went from here, Central,
right?
You know what I'm saying? It's just all black school, all my friends, all the homies, you know what I'm saying? And then we come back from winter break. It's January, and it's the opposite. It's all white, and I see like probably 8 black dudes sitting at a table, and I just go sit with them. You know what I'm saying? And they was rappers. You know what I'm saying? They would be at the table and stuff, just like what I would see in Central's lunch. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, man, I'm about to do. You hang around them so much. I always could write. You know what I'm saying? But you hang around people so much. I just got into it, and then one day I just gave up football and said, this is what I want to do. Like, I'm going to attack it. So
now that part I didn't know. I knew you had an athletic background, but I didn't know that it stopped to put the focus on where you at now.
Yeah.
Man, that's a great story, but it sounds like it's an unpopular decision when you made it.
Oh, back then, yeah. It wasn't, rapping wasn't even like a thought like it is now. It's everybody can set up mics and purchase, like, to go buy Guitar Center just got in town. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't even.
That's where a lot of this came from.
Yeah, you can't even just get equipment at 2004, 2005 to pursue it. It was like, how you gonna pursue it? Like, putting your music on MySpace was like, that was a big deal.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, just getting your own music on MySpace was a big deal back then. So I remember telling my coach, like, I really wanted to play football. Like, when I was so happy that when I found out I was transferring to Union, and I got there, and I was like, man, I remember this school. Like, Mighty Mike, we used to play on this turf. Like, for the Bull, I'm like, man, this is where I'm at. Like, this is a Union jinx. You know what I'm saying? So
like full circle.
I'm like, I got a chance. Like, I actually got a chance out here. You know what I'm saying? So, because Central was basketball heavy.
Right.
Like, we had athletes. Like, my freshman year, man, we had some athletes here, and we just didn't. It wasn't no focus on football. Like, all the focus. If we had a focus like the basketball program here, we had the athletes to do it, but it just wasn't there. Like, they would just get in the field. You know what I'm saying?
Just
not get in the field. So I'm going out there, and it's a real football program, and that's what I wanted to do. You know, I grew up with Felix Jones across the street. I always wanted to work out with him and just shadow him with athletics. I wasn't as gifted, but I felt like if I could just learn the intangibles and keep up, as long as I could keep up, I had a chance. You know what I'm saying? So I moved out there, and I'm in sports. Like, I'm in sports heavy. And then one day I was like, nah, I wanna rap. And my football coach was like, what? Like, rap? Like, I'm supposed to be starting free safety this year. You know what I'm saying?
So you had some stake in the program.
For real, yeah. Like, this is my senior year. I'm finally next. 1 or 2 on the depth chart. I'm gonna be on the field finally. You know what I'm saying? And he like, you want to rap? Like, and I gave him my pads. And I remember that next day I ain't have practice. I didn't know what to do after school. Like, I was just like,
what? Weird as hell.
Yeah, I'm like, what do we do? I'm so used to going to practice from 6th grade, Carver, all the way up to my senior year. And I just started writing, you know what I'm saying? So I remember that look on my coach's face. He was just like, hell no, like, what rapper? You know what I'm saying?
This is
and
not...
even it ain't even no way. It ain't even, you know what I'm saying? Even on the underground way, it wasn't even I didn't see it. I just wanted to do it. You know what I'm saying? So just like I said, hanging around my homies, called ourselves the Old Boys. I know my cousin Jay Friday was still killing it at Central.
Yeah.
I added him. We added him to the group, and it was on from there. You know what I'm saying? And
did you run into any resistance from your folks whenever you were making this decision?
I don't really call it resistance. I call it like ain't nobody taking me serious. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that go for the whole city. I know everybody. I grew up in North Tulsa. Tulsa Public School, you play for the Bulldog. You kind of know everybody if you go through these certain channels. My family huge. So I don't think nobody took it serious until like 3-4 years ago, just period. Right. You know what I'm saying? So that go for family and everything. You know what I'm saying? So accolades and stuff like that start making people be like, oh, okay, he on to something. You know what I'm saying? Attention. So, but yeah, I wasn't minding that. That's just something what I wanted to do. Like what really made me zero in on it was 2000. My mom passed in 2008. She was like 40 years old, 44 years old, and
that's young, man.
Real young. I was 20 years old. You know what I'm saying? And around that time, just a lot of my friends, even from this school, like I can name so many, just coming in here thinking about it. Classmates said it was his funeral. You know what I'm saying? And my mom's happened, and I just it started turning into. It started when that happened. It turned into like writing was the only thing keeping me focused. Like I needed to put my focus on something. Right. You know what I'm saying?
Sort of like a therapy.
Like a therapy, yeah. Like I needed something to. Like I let myself go, and I just distanced myself from everybody, but like writing to instrumentals like kept me. Like some people focus on a religion or a job or whatever, they put their time in. Some people play football and basketball to get away. You know what I'm saying? So
some people get in the gym,
like, some people get in the gym and box and hit the bag, and like for me, it just turned into like rapping all day. Every day, that's all I wanted to do. I ain't want to do nothing else. I ain't eat. I ain't sleep. I'm up. You know what I'm saying? And you going through that, man. 8 years go by and you still like, man, it still ain't helping. Like I'm still sad about what happened 8 years ago. Like, but in that time, you done turned yourself into a rap machine. So it's like, this is my trade now. This is really all I know how to do. So now it's like. Now you got to figure out how to do it. You know what I'm saying? Professionally.
I'm gonna tell you the most fascinating part about that whole spiel you just gave is like the time frame between when you made that decision of where you unconsciously attack this and when you finally started to see some fruits of that labor. Because like, have you found that balance between being patient and wasting time?
Man, I was riding my bike today and I just thinking I don't believe in wasting time. I don't believe in wasting time.
Where'd that come from? And break that philosophy down for me. I may have to steal some of it from you.
Man, just because if you believe in wasting time, you can almost feel like everything is wasting your time. Unless you feel like you're an opportunist and you feel like that's something that can do something for you. Like, you know what I'm saying? Somebody would think coming to this interview is wasting time if they don't see the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Like, so I just don't believe in wasting time. You learn every day is new. You know what I'm saying? Every day is brand new. So you do something new every day, you're not wasting your time. I feel like when you get into that mode of doing the same thing over and over, then yeah, you're wasting your time. But I don't really believe in it. You can learn from a relation. People go 10 years in a relationship and get a divorce and be like, I wasted my time. No, you didn't, because it's made your next marriage way better. Like, you know what I'm saying? Or whatever. Like,
that's perspective right there.
It's, I don't believe in waste. It probably sucked and it was hard or whatever, what have you, but it's going to make something better. So you didn't. I don't think you wasted time at all.
I think on journeys, sometimes we can get caught up in the worst phase of it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You forget that when it was sunshine and rainbows, the shit was good. Yeah. But then I guess the end of it,
right,
it wasn't. It was kind of dark.
Right. Everybody wants. It's the garden and the dreads process. Like everybody wants the dreads to come down right when they grow their hair out and get twisted.
Exactly.
Like, you gotta go through the ugly phase.
Yeah. You gotta go through
everything. Yeah. Like, you gotta go through the ugly phase before you get, you know what I'm saying, for everything, for any type of fruition. So like, yeah, that's now that I at this point where I'm at, like where I don't even have to just be in the studio all day and night, because I don't put myself through that already. So it's like,
you work smarter now.
Yeah, it's just now I can work smarter. I can just go to the studio, hear a beat, know what I want to write about. I have a style and the way I do my things, and I put it down. I can do so many other things now because I went through the Kobe system of, you know what I'm saying, rapping already. Yeah. So that's how it is.
What's a normal day for you look like? Well, maybe normal ain't the word, but a regular day for you.
A regular day?
Yeah. Do you have any routines in place? Or do you just, hey man, however I'm feeling on whatever day is gonna determine what I do?
A normal day for me, I wake up and I get my kids ready. Yeah. And
you got two little ones?
I have two little girls. 6 and 2.
Beautiful thing.
We get them ready. My girl get ready. Take all them to work. I go to the gym to about 10. And then I go to the Liquid Lounge. You might find me. I go get a tea. On Greenwood. Then I go to the studio.
Right.
And when I'm in the studio, I could be recording, somebody in there making a beat, somebody like that's at the mansion. I'll be at the mansion. You know what I'm saying? And,
Skyline Mansion.
Yes, sir. And I'm listening to beats, I'm taking calls, I'm plotting something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm scheduling something, or I'm coming up with something. I'm working on a festival. I'm helping somebody organize their event, or I'm doing this. And then before I leave, I'll probably I try not to leave without knocking out a song.
Every day?
Every day. So
I like that.
Knock out a song, and then by that time, it goes so quick when you picking. By that time, everybody off work, so I gotta go pick everybody up. You know what I'm saying?
Off working out of school. Yeah,
let's go. I go be a pops to about 9 till they sleep. I'm in daddy mode to about 9, 10 o'clock. If I don't go back to the studio, then I'm just up working out. I create from 11 to like 3, 4 in the morning. That's when my antennas is just like.
Yeah. Now see, how long did it take for you to figure out that pattern about yourself? You know what I'm saying? It's like, okay, these are my peak creative hours. Or my
peak shoot. How long that take? I want to say till I got about 30, 29 years old.
That's wild.
Yeah, like my firstborn. Being up with her in the middle of the night, you know what I'm saying? And all night. And it's like the world is quiet, so you can't hear nothing but your thoughts. So you just like, this is the best time for me to create. I'm more efficient than when daytime. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I want to say to about 30. It took a long time to figure out like when I'm more effective. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for real.
What was your first album, man? The name of the very first one? Yeah, very first project.
My first album.
Because I want to make sure that I got it.
My first official album that I made is called Potential. Poetential. Potential. It's not on no streaming.
Okay, so yeah,
It
that's
might be on my website. I'm gonna check. I'm gonna put it up there now that I'm talking about it. StephSimon.com. That's StephXSimon.com.
Yeah, sure.
And it's called Potential. It's a bunch of beats that I found on YouTube.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 23 years old. I'm
Brand spanking new.
yeah, I'm it's like probably 23, 25, something like that. And I want to move out of Tulsa. This is before this is before I could know any history on Tulsa, North Tulsa, Greenwood, or anything. I want to get away. I'm living on Riverside
Right.
because it feel like it ain't Tulsa.
Yeah,
It just
feel
feel
like
like
something
I'm
different.
I feel like I'm somewhere else.
Yeah.
I'm on Brookside. I'm on over there in Riverside, and the album is very, man. It's a good album. It got, now that I listened to it not too long ago, and it got like flashes of who I am, which
Of
is
who
cool
you
to
are now?
see. Yeah, it's
Got
cool to see. Yeah.
You
So,
knocking on the door or something.
yeah. You can see where I'm going, but you can see where, like, if you follow all my music, you can see where, like, okay, this is what I want to talk about. Like, this is
Yeah.
what I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So
When you making records, does it just come to you on a whim, or are you like, okay, I need a concept first, and every record that I'm making is gonna be geared toward this project I'm gonna put together.
when I put out albums, yeah. When I put out albums, I'm like, okay, I do an outline. I name the album.
Oh,
And a
that's the
big
first order
bubble.
of business.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
put the name of the album, and I'll be like, all right, how many songs I want to do, and then I start coming up with name titles, and then I start writing to them titles. But that's for albums.
Right.
Sometimes I just go in the booth and just write what's coming out my head.
Yeah.
When I'm on my bike, I ride my bike a lot because I just be coming up with everything like on my bike lately. I be having to pull over and pull my phone out.
I gotta
And,
save
you know what I'm
this one.
saying? I'm like, man, that was hard. Like that's a bar. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I really be trying to gas it on the bike, and a hook could come in my head. I'm like,
I gotta get that right.
I'll be singing on the side of Riverside or something real quick. Get back on there and just go another 10 miles. But it's a process, bro. It comes when it comes, and but yeah, most of the time I think of a video and I picture the video how I want to be. And like if I can picture a video, then the song just like come out. Whether I shoot it or not, like if I can picture it,
Yeah.
I can just start writing. You know what I'm saying? How I see it. So
Now, and when you seeing the video or the type of video you want to shoot, is that just your raw imagination, or is it in comparison to a video that you've seen and that you're a fan of?
man, I grew up watching. When I left here, I go to MTV
Yeah.
Jams
All that.
all day long. So, like, my brain is 50% Source, Double XL magazine, Nostalgia, East Bays, and
Straight up.
MTV Jams, and 106 in Park, and Rap City. So,
Bass.
I can't say no. Everything is an influence from
True.
a video that I seen. Like,
I don't think anything's wrong with that either.
yeah, it ain't no way I can just say it's not, because that's all I crammed in my head. You know what I'm saying? Growing up, like, even when I was like trying to be an athlete, all I did was consume music. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. So,
And everything got to start from somewhere, right?
for real.
What was some of your favorite artists growing up that you drew inspiration and entertainment from?
Man, the first person was Master P.
Yeah.
Believe it or not.
One of the greatest entrepreneurs
Yeah,
ever.
for real. Like, it was Master P, and then Snoop.
I think he might be the most popular rapper ever, man.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, but your great grandmother knows. Who
Yeah,
Snoop
for
is,
real.
man.
It was Snoop. I used to go to sleep to Snoop with my headphones in, and then NERD is one of my favorite groups, for real.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's when I start branching out into like other things, and then Jay-Z. Jay-Z is one of my favorite, probably my favorite rapper of all time. to like the entrepreneurial kind of rapper. It's like those are my type of people. You know what I'm saying? The Jay-Z's of the world. But Biggie is when I started really wanting to be a rapper and how to rap, I started studying Biggie. But Outkast, I always grew up listening to Outkast. And really music like that. You know what I'm saying? I thought that was a norm until like I got around my friends and they wasn't listening to Outkast or Jay-Z.
Oh,
like
yeah.
that, you know what I'm saying? But
It's a little over the head at that time.
yeah, for real.
Okay.
So
I'm guilty about the same thing.
it was like
especially
Saint
when it comes to
Lunatics and Nelly and
Oh,
you know
yeah,
what I'm saying,
Country
stuff
Grandma
like that. But I was listening to Outkast and Jay-Z and NERD and I'm 13, 14 years old.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Listening to the clips and stuff like that.
Yeah, they had a run too.
For real.
Yeah. Well, check this out, man. I ain't even got this. This one's off script, but you just actually sort of made me think about it when you were, going through, because you got a wide variety of taste, and I love that. So let's say from 2006, right? That's when you finally quit, mailed the pads in, right?
Yeah. 06.
Okay, from
won a championship.
yeah. Ooh.
I'm like, dang, I wanted the ring.
You wanted that
know what I'm
ice.
saying? I wanted that.
It's like, God, no. Okay, so I'm gonna challenge you. Can you name one record, right? That was either hot or one record that really,
Box Love Below.
yeah, during that from every one of them years from then to now, that sort of defined. When you hear it now, it takes you back to them moments.
Lil Jon and the East Side Boys.
Which track was that?
Man, doom, doom, doom. Man, who was on there?
Yeah.
Doom, 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 doom,
I remember that beat. I can't call the. Was that B.I.B.?
Yeah, B.I.B.
Legendary.
The year before that was Big Boy. I like the way you might. Hey, that was crazy. That was crazy at the in the field, like we getting ready for the game. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Hold up, and that right there, wasn't that the first time Big Boy and Andre both did solo albums?
Separate tapes,
and they both had like a hit out at the same time.
Right.
Anyway,
my sophomore year, so I done went that senior year, that sophomore year. That's junior year. Sophomore year was 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Sophomore year was G Unit, and then my freshman year here, it was Paul Wall, Chameleon there. Get your mind correct. It was I'm in love with my mind.
Yeah.
I'm in love with my mind.
Yeah.
And it was
chopped and screwed.
Right. And it was Crook for Life too. That's why I wanted to shoot the Crook for Life video because
that's
Crook for Life. Like, it was Crook for Life.
I know that. Spooky Mr. Luke.
Yeah. So
as soon as I heard that on your project, I know where he at.
Yeah, that was high school. That's why I did that, because that was high school all day long. That was high school. So for sure.
Man, that's legendary right there, my man. But to see, when you talked about your flavor that you started getting into at an early age, I remember when it wasn't cool to be interested in a different genre of music other than some hip hop rap shit.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Real.
But see, me using myself as an example, I always had an interest in R&B. But like when the homies come around, let me go ahead and hit next before they hear me listen to something soft and they get on my ass. Like, did you ever even pay any attention to that, or did you just dig what you dug back then?
I did what I dug, but I knew what was in, because my sister was like, everybody knew my sister when she went here. She went 4 years.
Right.
She only went to Union like half her senior year. You know what I'm saying? So I knew what was hot, because her CD booklet was crazy. I'd go in her room and this is the Napster LimeWire era, you know what I'm saying? So she got mixed CDs. Yeah, exactly. So she got these CDs, and my cousins, I got 2 other cousins that had these crazy, shout out to Stacy and Adrian and Shamika, my sister Shamika. They all had these, they had everything, you know what I'm saying? They had everything, whether it was in or out.
Right.
SUC, Pimp C, Lil Flip, like, you know what I'm saying? They had everything. They had everything. So I got everything from them.
Yeah.
But I just took what I liked. You know what I'm saying? So out of that, but I didn't have that many friends. I wasn't no popular dude. I was always to myself. I hung with Friday and a couple of homies that I I went to Carver, so all my friends was at Booker T.
That's
You know what I'm
usually how that
saying?
goes.
So,
Yep.
so I just hung up with who I hung out with, and but yeah, I just listened. It didn't really change my consumption of music. I just liked what I liked. So
Yeah.
but
Whenever you said you took what you liked, that basically says without saying you left whatever you didn't rock with. Can you think of either a genre of music or maybe a certain artist that you weren't really vibing to at once upon a time, but they grew on you over the years?
Man, Pimp C.
Yeah.
I
That's
thought
one of my
Bun B,
favorites.
and I love Bun B to
Oh,
this day, but I always grew up because they did it. They did some Big Pimpin', you know
That's
what I'm
right.
saying? But UGK was heavy over here, you know what I'm
Right.
saying? It was heavy in the hood, in Skyline and Central, you know what I'm saying? But I always thought Bun B, because I'm the technical rapper dude, and the lyrical miracle
That's how we
was
got
all
the
I want to
bars.
hear.
Yeah.
And so I grew up thinking Pimp C can't rap.
Right.
I'm just,
Right.
you know what I'm saying? Like,
Uh-huh. I've heard
I'm
that
under
from a lot
the
of people.
influence that like he can't rap, but this dude is carrying this dude the
Yeah.
whole every hour, every song. You know what I'm saying? And as I got older, like you start listening, like it ain't about technique all the time. Sometimes it's just about how he feeling and how he's saying it. You know what I'm saying? What he's saying, he believe every word he's saying.
He did.
You know what I'm saying?
He conveying that shit.
Yeah, for real. He don't care if he can rap.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? So once I got older and you start listening, you like, dang, this dude he been that dude.
Yeah, been
like
that
he
dude,
been
really.
the dude. Like he
Mhm.
really that dude. So no disrespect to Bun. Bun is OG and I look up to Bun. But yeah, I always used to just growing as a kid, you thinking like, who's this dude? You know what I'm saying? But Pimp C really that guy.
Yeah,
like
man.
for real. So
Yeah.
that's for sure. Every pimp.
Pimp, my boy right there.
Every pimp.
Rest in peace to him,
For
man.
sure.
Now, I gotta ask you this, man. Have you had that moment yet to where you feel like you had a breakthrough? All right, to where you've been pounding the pavement, putting in that work, and then finally you see something, whether it's tangible or not, that's sort of like a reward for the work that you know better than anybody that you've been putting in for this long.
Locally, yeah.
Gotcha.
What I want, I don't think nobody really knows what my goals is. I'm not satisfied with everything I've done, but yeah,
Sure.
I've had many breakthroughs.
Yeah.
Recent, I feel like this Fire Little Africa project was a breakthrough. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying? But my first breakthrough was Visions from the Tisdale.
That was in
2015.
15,
It came out
first record.
officially 2016, but
Yeah.
I was like jugging it in the streets.
Yeah.
Before I dropped it. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So, but that was really a breakthrough of. I'm gonna show people if we got time. I don't know how much time we got.
Yeah,
Just
you
to
do.
let people know how this
Yeah.
how it worked.
Yeah,
Like,
take me where were you at during
so
Visions from the Tisdale?
2016, I'm like, okay, I want to talk about Tulsa, just like Outkast talk about Atlanta, just like Kendrick talks about Compton, Dom Kennedy talks about Inglewood and Lamert, and Big Crit talks about Mississippi. So like, these are all my favorite rappers at the time. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, I want to talk about Tulsa like that in a cool new way. Kendrick wasn't talking about the Compton we knew, that we already knew. You know what I'm saying? And like they was talking about a different side of it. And I was like, dog, I wanna do that. We got a lot of history I've been digging and conspiring on, and like I want to talk about everything about Tulsa. You know what I'm saying? In a different light. Everybody in Tulsa or everybody in Thugtown ain't a thug. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to find a way to put that on record, so I can speak for people and be a voice for people. Everybody ain't out here thugging. Like, it's people out here just trying to make a difference, trying to be progressive and try to add to what's going on out here in our community. So I wanted to be a voice for that. So I put that album out, and it received way better than what I thought I was just a local rapper. People knew I rapped before. I show up at clubs and I do club 7-minute sets, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
That album turned me into a rapper. Like it made people that family members and friends and that was the first breakthrough. Like you a local rapper, but you for real. Like you a real rapper now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You an artist. Like you really can do this. You know what I'm saying? Like if more people hear this album, you can actually like do something. Like we behind you. We supporting that. You know what I'm saying? So not only are we supporting that, like we about to start supporting more rappers from Tulsa now. Like if they come in like this, you know what I'm saying? So that was like a first breakthrough for me. But I'm like, okay, that's cool, but I don't want to be just local.
Yeah.
So I went to Atlanta and I performed Visions, and they liked it, but they didn't resonate with it because I'm talking about places I ain't never heard or seen or been to. So I'm like, man, how can I put this in song format where more people can relate? So how can I like compare brown gravy to they brown gravy?
Yeah.
Or how can I compare? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? How can I compare pine to Peachtree? Or how can I compare a green? You know what I'm saying? How can I compare like they size with art? You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, I go back to the drawing board and I come back. Born on Black Wall Street. You know what I'm saying? 2 years later, I dropped Born on Black Wall Street. This is another breakthrough for me.
Hold on. In between, are you feeling your growth as an artist in these 2 years?
Yeah, I didn't think I could top Visions.
All right.
I was like, oh, like I feel like I done. If this don't blow up, what do I do? You know what I'm saying? I'm like, man, how do I top this? This is crazy. Everybody love this. I'm pushing it 2 years, 3 years, 2 years. I'm like steady, and I'm just like, how do I top it? Like I don't know how to top it. So I felt the pressure more than like the growth. I didn't know I was growing as an artist. I just felt the pressure of how do you top this? And I'm like, this ain't good if I can't top it and I'm not on yet. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I still want to get on. So
did it even register to you that usually your first of anything is probably going to be your worst? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Not to say that it's bad, but you want everyone after that to be better.
I want everything to be better. I want every album to be better than my last.
For sure.
That's just period. That I raised my second child a little bit better than my first because I kind of know what I'm doing now. You know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
It's just your second season is better than your first. You know what I'm saying? Your rookie year. So that's true. That's real. So I'm putting this together. I'm like, man, I want to get out of town, and we go to Houston for a week. I do the whole album in Houston in a week. You know what I'm saying?
You had shows lined up, or you just went?
No, I just went to record. I recorded at the homie house, George Young.
Okay.
A big influence on my music, and I go down there and lock myself in the studio, no pad, no pen. Let's make these beats, and I'm about to rap. We about to make an album. You know what I'm saying? In 5 days, and I go in there, and Born on Black Wall Street comes out of that session. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, okay, how can I tell the story of? I know everybody's getting ready to care about Tulsa in 5 years, but this is 2018. You know what I'm saying? When I dropped the album.
Before the curve.
I know everybody's coming 2021. I'm like, everybody gonna care about Tulsa. Because Oprah was already hinting that she's doing a movie, a documentary. And
back then?
Back then. Like, I'm seeing hints of what's coming. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, man, let me make an album from somebody that's really from here. You know what I'm saying? It's just a story on how they grew up not knowing about it and then finding out about it, and then now they're ready to just bring it back. You know what I'm saying? So, and I just wanted it to relate to Black Wall Streets across the world. Atlanta's, East St. Louis, Chicago, Charlotte, Syracuse, Omaha, Birmingham. Everybody's Black Wall. I wanted everybody's, you know what I'm saying? I wanted to relate. So And I feel like I did it. It was another breakthrough because that album took me so many places. You know what I'm saying?
Is that where you were getting your validation from? Because it sounds like I'm judging the hell out of you, but it sounds like you somebody that's real self aware. So people like that, um, it always makes me question. Is there somebody have to say something to you?
I'm very self-aware.
Yeah,
man,
or
to
do
a
you
fault.
like? You know what I'm saying? How do you know when you did some good shit?
Out of towners
Okay.
telling me going to New York and they like, you nice. This is
Mm.
New York. To me,
The Mecca.
I've been watching New York rappers my whole life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and so going to Atlanta and they like you nice, and going to Houston and going to LA and they like you nice. This is nice. You know what I'm saying? Because here everybody know me from, they just know me. It's
Yeah.
Steph.
Yeah.
From up the street. Steph had the glass backboard.
Yeah.
Everybody used to hoop at his house. Like,
And you very
you know what I'm
accessible
saying?
too.
Like, yeah, and I'm very accessible, bro. I'm out here. Like, everybody know how to find me. Like, anybody can find me.
Mhm.
And so it doesn't, like, not to say I don't value it, value everybody else, but I don't care. Like, they care, but they ain't like about to.
It's
They tell me
conditional.
I'm nice all the time. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's support. It's hometown support, but it just hit a little different when you go somewhere that have no expectation or anything from you, and they're like, this is nice. This is hard. So that was another breakthrough where I was like, okay, now I need some money to like to really do it. You know what I'm saying?
It kind of matters.
Like, all right, now I need
some
I need to
bread,
put some.
man.
I put a little money behind that one, but I'm like, I need to put some money behind something. You know what I'm saying? And some money, and that's when Fire in Little Africa like dropped out of the sky. You know what I'm saying? So, but those two albums before was breakthroughs, but you always hit. Once you accomplish what you want, you hit this like plateau as an artist where you like, I did the big show, I did the tour, I did this, I sold everything. Like, what's next? You know what I'm saying? And you always looking for what's next as an artist. Like, how do I keep taking steps up? You know what I'm saying? How do I keep doing this? So Dr. View comes out of nowhere. I want to work on a project called Fire in Little Africa about the centennial. And I'm like, no, I don't know you. You ain't from Tulsa.
Oh, wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to do this. You're not from here. I just put an album out talking about people are going to come all the way down here and try to come up off this name. You know what I'm saying? So I'm super in this gatekeep protective mode. And we sit down. He come back. We sit down at Sweet Lisa's and we just talking, having a real genuine conversation about like how he really trying to help artists here. He a DJ, and I've seen him before at OU and stuff like that. And he asked, "Born on Black Wall Street is nice," and that's what got my attention to even come holler at you. I can't get all these artists involved if you're not involved.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Got to get one first.
I gotta get you first. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I gotta get you first. And so he was like, it's not really a Black Wall Street album if it's just you. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I'm like, that's true. So let's do it. I rally all these rappers together, and he comes with the budget, you know what I'm saying, involved to it. I'm like, damn, we can really push this on a national level. And we shop it around, and it falls in Motown's desk, and they like, man, we need this, you know what I'm saying? And we released it in May, and now it just hit like 1 million streams like last week or something like that.
It's hot, man.
Which is dope. So now it's another breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? So
Levels.
now it's another breakthrough, and I'm still not satisfied because of where I'm trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? It's fun. You know what I'm saying? And I've grown, and I'm in a way better spot than where I was when I first started. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been homeless behind music. You know what I'm saying? And now to be able to pay bills and like live off of it, and I've been working job to job to job, and now I'm just full time, just being an artist and out here. It's super dope. But now I'm like, okay, we on Motown, but we like now it's like you want to get in the league though. Like we on the G League.
I feel you.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's like we play for the Thunder Blue. But you've been in the Chesapeake and you know what I'm saying? You done seen it. But
you done took in that.
You done took it in and you got in there. You talk to the execs every day, and you talking to them. They talking to you, and you meeting them, and they coming here, and they putting you all over the place, and you like, man, I want more now. So now we're at a breakthrough of I'm trying to get in the door, the major door. It's like we got one foot in. Like at least we got the door. The door's cracked. You know what I'm saying? So that wasn't even in my brain 2-3 years ago to even be able to speak to the CEO of Motown on a daily basis and talk about plans on how to get this album further than where it's at. It's at 1 million, but we trying to get 10 million. We trying to get 20 million. So it's but now that's another breakthrough. You know what I'm saying? So now it's like, okay, I'm getting rid of the last little local feeling that I had as an artist. Now it's like, okay, let's take the next step to being an artist. So it's just different levels of it, man. It's like super. It's cool to see.
Hell yeah,
it's different levels of breakthroughs. This is all about what you want and how long you willing to go for it. Like I'm 33 years old, still rapping. I didn't think I would be rapping at 33 years old. And I feel like I'm just getting like did all this just to get to the starting point. You know what I'm saying?
Got so much more left to do.
Got a lot. I ain't even started the race, like, you know, because we in Tulsa. We not in New York or LA where Visions probably would have got me a deal. You know what I'm saying?
Had a better shot.
Like had a way earlier because we way over here. Like we way in the middle. It really ain't no outlets and stuff like that. So
man, I got so much stuff I want to ask you, bro. Man, the first one is like it seems as though you always got like I ain't gonna say seem. You said it. You always looking at what's next. Have you found a way to be able to bask in that moment when you have a successful moment, or you don't even really take it in? It's just keep moving. I keep moving.
I'll be forgetting, bro. The only moment I've basked in is talking to Charlie Wilson.
Very understandable.
That's it.
Yeah.
I'll be forgetting because I'm trying to get there.
Yeah.
I'm like I'm so Kobe with it. I'm so
you don't stop to smell
back in the gym. Like let's get back in the gym. You know what I'm saying? Because we was in New York and we on our way to Breakfast Club, and it got canceled. I wish we got to do that interview, man, but COVID out there is crazy. But as we're walking through Manhattan, I'm just looking at all these high rises, and I'm like, it's probably a rapper in every project building that I'm walking through. I can't be trash.
Right.
Like I gotta be on point. You know, it's because I ain't even got the opportunity that I got today. You know what I'm saying? Walking through New York, they would probably kill me to get a chance to go where I'm going to meet him. You know what I'm saying? Like that's why I'm so Kobe with it, and I don't really, unfortunately, I don't bask in the success of it. Like I'm right back in the gym because I just want to be good at it. Like honestly, I really want to be a better artist. I be listening to music. Like, how can I make a big song, like a huge record? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like a big B.O.K. record. Like, I be trying to really make great songs and stuff like that. So I just be right back in the gym. I appreciate it, and I be like, I'll post it so people that support me can see it and be like, I'm happy for your climb, but me personally, I'll be right back in the gym. I'll be right back on it.
You don't let it mess you up at all.
For real.
Collaboration though, with all of those artists, man, on the particularly on the Fire and Little Africa project, man. I said this to Paige when I had him sitting here. It's like, man, it's hard to get a bunch of people on the same page about anything. You know what I mean? How difficult or not so much was it, throughout that process, number one, reaching people, because people can, disappear on your ass quick, and then getting them to agree to be on board, and then once y'all get in the same vicinity, being able to work.
Man, it's a lot of elements to how that worked.
Yeah.
I would love to see somebody else outside of myself pull it off. That's when I'm going to be like, maybe I am different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And but the foundation of the album was Black Wall Street. So everybody already bought into that. We're coming together for that. Whether I like you or like your music or whatever. We're coming together for ancestors that died.
You got to keep the main thing.
That was the foundation. So if that wasn't the foundation, I don't know if people would have took it too serious. But I do have a knack for getting people together because I've already been working. We're on year 6 of World Culture Music Festival, and World Culture Music runs and curates so many events in the hip hop scene this past 7 years. So I'm pretty hands-on, and I got a lot of relationships with a lot of artists in the city already. Just for mentoring and helping, and just helping people, just trying to build a rap community. Just for people to go to where being local ain't a bad thing, because being a local rapper in LA is not a bad thing. Being a local rapper in New York is not a bad thing, or Texas. So just trying to create an ecosystem where being local here could actually work for. You're gonna eventually have to take it further, but at least while you're getting your reps in, there's a place for you to go. So I got a relationship with damn near every artist on that album. Yeah. All the way to Player 1000. Eldridge Jackson is on the album. He was our choir director at my church. You know what I'm saying? His nephew was on the album, which is a close friend of mine. And Tone, I've been knowing him since 7. And Keno and Paid and Verse, I met in this cafeteria.
These are literally personal relationships.
It's deeper than rap with so many people on that album. And I'm connected to every last one of them, either in rap or way before I even became a rapper. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that hard with that kind of foundation. So because of what we was doing it for, that's what did it. But people ask me that with the festival too, though. With how do I get so many people together for the festival? I'm just a glue guy. Yeah. I always looked at myself as a glue guy.
Every team needs one of those.
If I could I don't look at myself as a star player or anything. Robert Horry was my favorite player ever. You know what I'm saying?
Rings, man.
I knew Draymond was gonna be a star at Michigan State. I knew, you know what I'm saying? It's right now I'm a big Scotty Barnes fan right now. You know what I'm saying? I'm a Otis from Temptation. I always looked at Otis. You know what I'm saying?
They try to tell him ain't nobody coming to see him.
Ain't nobody coming to see him, but it ain't no group without him.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't no group without him. I don't care if nobody coming to see me. It ain't no festival without me. It ain't no feeler without me. So it's okay to not be the star when you're creating something so bigger than you. It's all right. I don't gotta take the last shot, bro. I'll set the pick and make sure you wide the hell open. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
I love that.
That's just as big as the shot, cause you know what I'm saying? Or the inbound pass. That's
was it hard to convey that mind frame to any of those artists?
I rap like that, so they kind of already know my MO.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? I rap like that. When it's my turn to get on stage and be a rapper, I let my star power and I do my thing, but off stage, I'm the Draymond. I'm the glue dude out here for the rap. I'm not the superstar. So it wasn't that hard to do that. You know what I'm saying? So when you got that kind of mind state, when it comes to community, that's why I come up with everything is us is a phrase that I use, and it's a philosophy that I'm trying to create and a lifestyle that I'm trying to create. And, it's just taking that Black Wall Street mentality, but taking it further, 2021 and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Like everything that we do, and you know, Pay. You know what I'm saying? Like that's one of my right hand guys. But it's about 10 of us, and we all share the same roles. Like we be like, okay, Pay, it's your turn to be the star. We gonna hold the camera. You know what I'm saying? And you do this, and like I'm gonna set the pick for you this time, or I'm gonna set the pick for Keno. I'm gonna do this. You know what I'm saying? So like we learned that, and that philosophy done took us way further than any of our rap abilities. Yeah, it's just that togetherness and that camaraderie. So I'll be trying to instill that and just get people to buy into that, and then everything be once they buy into that, one band, one sound kind of thing. Then everything, it was easy. We just got in the studio. We got in the mansion in the Greenwood Culture Center. We did that whole album in 5 days. We did about 200 songs.
5 days.
Yes, sir.
Damn.
5 days.
That sound like a grind.
For real. It was 5 in the morning. It was like 11 in the morning till 5 in the morning. 5 days in a row. About it's probably 40 artists, 30 artists made the album.
Yeah.
It's probably 60, 70 in the sessions total altogether.
Man.
So everybody didn't make it.
Right.
So
were there any elements of this creative process that you learned about that maybe you weren't knowledgeable of coming into it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Coming into the creation, everybody doesn't create like I grew up rapping. I grew up rapping in like 5 people in the studio all day, throw on the beat, and everybody just get after it.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's not everybody's creation process. Some people need their own little space.
Right.
Some people need candles. Some people need a dark room. Some people need, you know what I'm saying? So we really had to improvise on setting the mood for a lot of artists because I was so used to put a beat on and everybody just go after it.
You know what I'm
best,
you don't need no ambiance.
Best verse win, yeah, just ugly. Like, you know what I'm saying? On top of that, others, I didn't know how, like, that creation process, I didn't know how much artists, like, I had relationships with everybody. I didn't know other artists didn't. It was a lot of their first times meeting each other. And, which made me want to go harder at creating a community of, you know what I'm saying, outside of me knowing everybody. I thought everybody knew everybody.
Yeah.
And that really wasn't the case. But it turned out beautiful. We like a team now. We like a 50-man, 53-man roster. Like, for real.
I love that. See, that's why, you know, since I'm not an artist, I don't want to project my thoughts onto you, but whenever I hear somebody referred to as local, in my mind, that means, okay, this is somebody that I know or somebody that I've crossed paths with a lot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't look at that as like a shameful statement. Like that.
Right.
How do you view that? I know you're trying to, you know, expand to
Man.
where you're not.
And this is another thing I had to learn, bro, is I had to be that guy. Like I said, I'm a glue guy.
Right.
But in this case of Fire in Africa, I gotta take the shot. Like you know what I'm saying? At this point, I had to find a way to like make it happen. On some Charles Barkley, ain't that skilled, but I'm gonna get 30 every night. 30 tight. Every night. Well, I get 20 boards.
Yes.
I'm gonna make the All-Star game. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's gonna be ugly, but it don't look like Jordan's 30.
Yeah,
it's 30. You know what I'm saying? So
I gotta get mine.
And but the what was you saying? What was you saying?
Man, what the hell did I say, Smoot? I'm over here bugging.
Cause I got the answer. It's stuck in my head. I just need to ask the question again.
Yeah, man. Let me see if I can backtrack to where we were, man. Shoot, cause I know we were on the Project Fire in Little Africa. And you were talking about, you know, everybody's creative process. Oh, we're talking about the word local. That's what it was.
Yes.
Yeah, like why? And basically, and I asked the question in a real shitty way. Like, why does it have such a negative connotation, the word local, attached to it? Because I don't necessarily view local as bad.
I have a song called New Local.
All right.
Coming out next year. I'm writing it. Jesus was local. I always say this. Jesus was local. What made Jesus a phenomenon is what he did was told to people all over the world. You know what I'm saying? But he didn't leave. He wasn't like going to LA or I mean, if you take over here and just put it in today's world, he wasn't just traveling all over the world doing acts. He was doing his acts just right here. You know what I'm saying? He was local. And what made me say that is I was watching Judas and the Black Messiah this year in February.
Right.
And I said Fred Hampton was local. All Fred Hampton's work was for this side of Chicago only. But it was so powerful. We all know who Fred Hampton is, and he never left Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
That's heavy, man.
So I'm like, why is local such a bad, like, why is doing what I'm doing for Tulsa such a, you're local. So people in LA know what I'm doing though.
Yeah.
I'm on the news and I ain't never been out there before.
Right.
I'm on Good Morning America. They talking about what I'm doing at the mansion. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it was somewhere down the line it turned into a bad thing. Like, you're just you a local rapper, blah blah blah. But you do your work. You do what's in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, Martin Luther King was doing it for Alabama and Atlanta. He wasn't fighting crime for segregation in LA. He was doing what the problems of the system he was trying to fight was right there where he was at. You know what I'm saying? And it affected everybody. You know what I'm saying? So I always looked at local like, at first I was like, man, I got to get out of here and do this, blah, blah, blah. Then I was like, nah, I just need to do my work where I'm at, wherever I'm at. You know what I'm saying? So if my call and my assignment was to change what's going on here in Tulsa, and it gets heard all over the place, I'm not local no more.
That's right.
I'm not local if somebody in another state know what's going on. Like, so it just turned bad. It was a rag, I guess. It was a diss at one point.
Yes,
but
so.
like,
Well, you just gave a lot of perspective on.
It is like
every journey starts with small steps, man. I know that's cliche, but that's the fact.
Straight up.
And I think it was Scarface that said it some years ago. It's like when he said the world is a ghetto.
He never left Miami. Everybody loves Scarface.
Yeah, and
I'm the
I'm
movie,
talking,
even though it's a movie, but like
I'm talking about the rapper.
The
world is a ghetto.
Yeah,
so to me that means we got problems here, but a lot of these problems are not just specific to Tulsa. These same battles
are being fought everywhere. Exactly. So
it's relevant.
Somebody always be like, you local? I be like, Jesus is local. You know, Jesus, you're gonna know who I am too. You know what I'm saying?
I love that, man.
Like, Fred Hampton's local. All these people that I loved did work locally.
Yeah.
It's just, it was powerful enough to where Nipsey Hussle, my favorite rapper, all the work he was putting in was for Crenshaw. He wasn't putting in work for no other corner. But we love him for the work he did on Crenshaw and Slauson. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like, whether the cameras knew we was gonna know who Nipsey was regardless.
Right.
Like,
so much so the first we taking trips out there just to go be where he was
just
at.
to go to that corner. We was gonna know they work regardless. Whether phones was created and internet and stuff, we was gonna know it was gonna travel regardless. Like, so I had to start standing on that. Like, the work I'm doing in town gonna travel regardless.
That's a fact.
Like, so whether you call me local or not, I mean,
just
okay, right. Call Fred Hampton local. Like,
but you know what? You seem to have your ego in check, though, man.
Yeah,
like, you seem to be a real humble dude. But now I gotta ask you about that other side. Like, when do you know when I need to just be who I am and be humble? You know what I'm saying? Kill you with kindness, and when I need to talk my shit.
When I get on stage.
Yeah. Okay. That's when it's your domain.
Music, I can do whatever and say whatever. I talk my shit in my music. You know what I'm saying? I talk it all in my music. When I get on stage, I stand up there and I want people to know, like, you can't get on stage and be shy. Like, whether I'm speaking or anything. Like, or even speaking to you. Like,
Right.
I don't want the people watching this to even think I'm just this shy person. I'm very humble, and I know what I do, but I know how much work I put in too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's where my ego or my flex
Yeah.
come from. My flex come from knowing I've been doing this since 2005, and I'm still able to do it today. It don't come from I got more money than you, or I got a better car, or I got a blah blah blah. My flex come from I've been doing this still, and so many people can't anymore. You know what I'm saying? Or can't do it this long effectively, or help this many people, or what have you. That's where my flex come from. If that's what we're talking about.
That's
When do
exactly what
when
I'm
do
talking
I get the flex?
Yeah, when
you know
you
what I'm
get the
saying?
flex.
Like when do I get the flex? And it's like this versus energy. The versus has
Yeah.
been going on. Everybody
True
been
that.
like versus and talking about they can get me in the verses. All right, whatever. We can do that.
We can do
Like
that.
I'm not down. I'm not like I'm down for this stuff like that. Like I'm down to show people, but I'm in story mode though. Like I can't get out of story mode. I'm not in versus mode. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'm in story mode. So it's that's where my flex come from. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to. It means so much more when like somebody that listens to you is saying he's dope. He's the dopest in the town. He the hardest in the town. Blah. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
As opposed to me, I'm supposed to feel that way.
Yeah.
But like, if there's people out there's people in Tulsa that really ride for my music, and I don't take that lightly. To where I don't even have to be out here. Man, I'm rapping blah blah blah. We changed the name to the Mansion, and we did all this, and like,
Yeah.
my flex is getting on Instagram and changing and looking up a location, and it actually says Skyline Mansion. Like,
Yeah.
that's a flex to me.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
It's official.
I don't need to rub it down nobody's neck or back. It's just it's out there if people pay attention. But that's where I'm at with it. Like, your work gonna flex. Like, I'm gonna be doing this till I'm 43, 53.
There you go.
63, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So,
As long as you got something to accomplish.
yeah, exactly. As long as there's something out there for me to do, I'm gonna do it. Like this, I'm not the I got more money than you guy. And when I get more money than people, it might change. We'll see. Like, but right now, I'm chilling. Like, I'm chilling, bro. I just know how, like, I don't want to say how niggas think, man. Like, people be wanting that shit sometimes, man. I be trying to find a better way to do it. That's all. Like, I don't be wanting to shit on people.
Nah.
So
What?
I try not to be. People won't support you if you constantly shitting on them. Like,
Yeah.
they'll listen to you. You can take niggas, girls all day on the song, but like, they don't want you to actually do it. Like, so, like, I don't.
That's a fact.
Like, they don't want you to actually
Do it. Come
take
on, man.
the girl. Like, so.
Just entertain us.
Yeah, bro. So I know when to chill. Like, I'm not gonna actually take your girl.
I feel that.
Like, but I be walking around like, yeah, the girl like me, bro.
Yeah.
Like, but I'm chilling.
I could.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm chilling. And let me ask you this: I use, what I do for a living. I'm a coach, as you know, basketball.
Right.
I'm a junkie for this shit too. But it's like I can allow myself to watch and be a fan. You know what I mean? Can you still listen to music as a fan, or are you breaking things down and you getting analytical?
It's hard.
Hard too.
Especially now. Since 2020.
I'm gonna jump in that boat with you.
It's hard.
It ain't as easy for me to do what I said I do. I gotta apply some force, man.
It's hard. It's hard for me to watch sports
Yeah.
and not analyze. Like, I feel like I be knowing who's gonna be a star, like, in the summer league.
You be seeing them concrete roses.
I be
early.
seeing it. You know what I'm saying? And it's hard, bro, because I be wanting to know who the next. I be trying to find me in people and artists.
Yeah.
I be like, man, who gonna be the next? Who's the 21-year-old me that I can just see myself? Who's gonna take it further than what I'm doing? You know what I'm saying? Or who gonna really take it further than what I can do? Like I know my limitations too. Like I know the music I make ain't for everybody. Like you know what I'm saying. It's not super pop and it's not popular type of music. So I be trying to just I go to a show to enjoy it, but I end up like really watching and like really analyzing and listening to the song and really just seeing if they really can be something. You know what I'm saying? So it's hard to locally anyway. It is hard. I think I just started listening to music as a fan like last year to people.
Really?
Like for real. Because I was always in coach analyze mode. You know what I'm saying?
Did it happen organically that way, or did you consciously have to be like, all right, let me turn my rapper switch off?
I had to say, let me turn it off.
Right.
And I was listening to a guy named Paris Carriz. 2045 was the album, and I'm listening to it, and I'm like, this is tight. Man, it's too much auto tune. It's too much about
right. You got critical.
And then I got super critical real quick. And then I was like, all right, I need to turn it off. I'm like, this is hard. Like, this is actually a hard project. Like, he did a great, you know what I'm saying? He did a great job. He going, like, I had to understand, like, it's different, like, ways to make music. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Like, and let people be who they are and be in their bag. And I would start listening. I'm like, yeah, this is hard. You know what I'm saying? He really coming from his truths on here. You know what I'm saying? So
I think all of us are more than one thing, though. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what I'm gearing up to ask you is, like, are there certain types of records or certain types of subject matter that you will stay away from just to preserve what your identity is, or do you feel light and fluffy sometimes where you might, make a feel good record, or you may get over here and do some capping, talk about, you know what I'm saying, I'm about to take your girl, whatever, or is it all heavy always?
I can't listen to too much violence against ourselves.
I got you.
Anymore. And I grew up listening to Boosie and everything. Like, it's just too much, because it gets to a point where it's like, even if it's just music, it get to a point where I know it's people out there that use that music as a pep talk to go do something to somebody that look just like me, another black person. You know what I'm saying? It ain't like we just popping off being violent to like KKK on wax. You know what I'm saying? We talking about shooting ourselves and killing each other all day. Like, it get to a point I'm like, man, it's too much. Even though it be hype and it be lit, and a lot of artists out here I like, you know what I'm saying? But it get to a point where you got homies is gone for stupid shit like that. Like, a lot of that shit be so stupid, and when you know you got homies, a laundry list of homies is gone for $300 in a gun and a bullet type, you know what I'm saying, type stuff. You be like, this is when we gonna start speaking life, you know what I'm saying, into people, into music. So yeah, we know it's sell and people gonna like it, but when we gonna start speaking life? And that happened. I went to 21 Savage. This when it like dawned on me. I was outside of Kane's. You know what I'm saying? I would always throw a show. If Kane's threw a big concert, I'll throw a show right next door and try to get some people to come over after it's over with.
There you go.
And so 21 Savage was at Kane's. This is when he was brand new. And the whole song was just about shooting people. Like, I can't remember the damn song. It was just like his early stuff.
Young fella.
So the line is all the way down the street, but it's like all white kids, like all the way down the street, and they just about to go in there and just rap about like a black dude popping black people all day, like, and they just about to party to it. Then they about to go back to a world where none of that exists. You know what I'm saying? And the world that it do exist is right on the other side of Canes. And ain't none of them in line. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, it ain't no black people in line from where what you rap about actually happens at. Like, it's like a fantasy to these people. Like, they come listen to it, they rap it, have fun, they turn up, and then they go back to Bixby or some suburb, wherever they from. And this is nationwide. And I'm like, man, are we just doing this just to make money? Because, yeah, it's making money, but it's influencing other people to feel like they have to do that in order to, you know what I'm saying, be a successful rapper. Because when I was coming up, I felt like I had to sell dope and sell weed in order to be valid.
Solidified,
you know what I'm saying, to be valid. But now they feel like they got to go steal somebody's chain or shoot a op or enemy or what have you. You know what I'm saying, in order to feel validated as an artist. And I be trying to show people you ain't got to do that shit in order to get to where you want to go. And that's why I want to be bigger than where I'm at now.
Yeah.
Because you need the car and the money and some time to show
Get their
people
attention.
like you can get all this way.
Different way.
It might take a little longer, but it's yours though. It ain't rented. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
You got peace. You can go anywhere you want to go. Like,
Without having to look over your
yeah,
shoulders.
you're chilling.
That's
you know what I'm
real.
saying? So
You said something a couple moments ago, man. You said you in story mode right now, and your most recent project, Diamonds from the Tisdale, which, man, that's been getting a lot of play in my ride, man.
man,
For
I
real.
appreciate it.
And I'm probably played Skate Town like about 20 to 25 times.
That
Like,
made me feel good, man. I didn't know how people was gonna relate to it. I just wanted to do it. I didn't know how people was gonna take it.
between that one and Crucify are
Yeah.
my two favorite records on that album.
So-
But I probably say Skate Town because it just made me feel good. You know what I mean?
Them was my two.
Man, what's in your mind when you putting the pen to pad creating Skate Town? And yeah, you using a lot of landmarks from here in the town, which I was able to identify with.
So my mom passed when I was 20, right?
Right.
She was always my mama though. I never got to be friends and just know her as a person. She was always mom. We never text messaging wasn't even popping for adults at that time. You know what I'm saying?
You were just coming of age.
We was just coming. Like, I never really got to know her, who
Right.
she was.
Really?
So I'm working with my pops. He's a carpenter. He remodels houses and stuff. And I'm helping him. We working on the garage. We nailing the garage. And a song come on like Bounce, Bro, Skate on the radio.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Something like that. And he just started talking about, he opening up. Me and my pops never really just talked about stuff like that either.
Yeah.
To the end. And he just started opening up about how he met my mama at the skate rink at 36th Street Event Center. Used to be a skate rink. You're like, yeah, man, I met your moms at a skate rink. And I remember I wasn't even supposed to be there. I was just going to pick up the homies. And I see this girl come out. And I just start hollering at her, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
And I'm like, it's a skate rink on 36th Street? Like,
The event center.
what the hell happened to that?
Yeah.
Like, I love skating. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So my music, skate rink type beat is how I like. Can I hear this at a skate rink? Yes. Okay, I like that beat.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Can I hear it at a Juneteenth? Yes, I like that beat. You know what I'm saying? Can I hear it at family reunion? Yeah, I like that beat.
That's that
Like,
one.
you know what I'm saying? So I skate every Sunday at this point. You know what I'm saying? So he just going off telling me how he met my mom's at a skate rink. And I'm like, dog, this is crazy. I'm gonna make a song about y'all meeting at Skate Town.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so I just start picturing my pops. He was this super suave, Michael Jackson looking curd dude.
All that.
So I'm just picturing like
Just fly as
the
hell.
way you make me feel video where he just following that girl with his homies and they just trying to serenade the chick and she just laughing and carrying on with her friend type shit. And I'm just picturing that. So like I said, once I picture a video,
Oh yeah.
I can just go in. So I was like, dang, this is kind of tight. You know what I'm saying? This is a tight little vibe. And he loved it. You know what I'm saying? My pops loved it. So that's where that came from, man. I didn't know if people was gonna like it. It was kind of, that song stick out compared to like all the other songs on the album. So
and then when the beat break down, you know what I'm saying?
That's when it was like, all right, now I can go in, go into me. You know what I'm saying?
That's when I was already rocking to it, but then at that point, I was like, oh yeah.
Shout out to Will.
This that
man.
one, man.
Yeah, that beat switch, I was like, yeah, let's go.
That was hard.
I appreciate that, bro. That one was not really experimental. It was just like I said, man. I just try things. You know what I'm saying? So
you did something for you, or something
that
you
was
would
something
like.
For me. Like that was
you weren't too concerned about how it was gonna be received.
Exactly. Like Silver and Gold on Born on Black Wall Street.
Mm-hmm.
That was a church. I grew up in the church. That was something for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? So sometimes I do that.
And then you got what was it? Bars for the Barbecue.
Yeah.
Man, I like that as a punchline, but what's the concept of that? You know, where'd that come from?
Man, it wasn't really one.
Oh yeah?
That really wasn't
in my mind, I'm like, all right, he must be out there kicking with the fam and just
that's
grabbed the
all
mic,
that's really all people always ask me to rap. My family, man, can you rap? Can you rap at the family reunion? Like, you know what I'm saying? They always ask me to rap. Yeah, like they be like, can you rap? And I be like, no, I ain't coming here to rap, bro. I'm trying to play dominoes.
There you
go.
And
they would always ask me to rap, bro. And that beat just sounded like a kickback.
It did.
And I didn't have nothing for it. Me and Verse was just going back and forth on some Biggie and Hove type stuff. Mm-hmm. And I just spit that hook out. And I was like, man, this is just it. Just picture some homies at the cookout just busting.
Yeah.
At one time. Just ciphering at a cookout. It really was that simple. But it just turned out cool. You know what I'm saying? Nas's first song, like how everybody discovered Nas. That song is called Back to the Barbecue or something like that. Back to the Grill again. The grill again.
Was it Live at the Barbecue?
Live at the Barbecue. Live at the Barbecue. It was MC Search featuring Nas and a bunch of people, and they was all just rapping, and that's like everybody first time hearing Nas. That's where the influence came from, though. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
So, yeah.
And by the way, since you just mentioned Biggie and Hove, and I know, like, I want to get your opinion on this. It's just strictly about how you feel, because I think most people, they like, I can think of 2 big time collaborations that they had, right? Mm-hmm. And everybody says, Brooklyn's Finest was that track. But I think, man, I Love the Dough was better than that. In my opinion. I ain't gonna say it's better, but I enjoyed it more. I think it was just the beat and the vibe for me with Angela Winbush on that thing. I was like, that's my
I Love the Dough is hard.
That's hard.
So if it was me, I would have picked I Love the Dough type beat. It's just that's my style. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I Love the Dough is better for me. Yeah. But and you could tell they did them at the same time, like at the same session. Like you can tell that if you really pay attention.
Oh, you got to educate me now, because I wouldn't be able to pinpoint that.
Yeah.
What type of thing were you?
So so Decoded. So I got a book which I can promote while I'm here. Yeah, I got a book called 4 Diamonds from the Tisdale that I wrote, and it's very similar to Jay-Z's Decoded, and it's basically the lyrics, the credits, who made the beat, who on the song, where it's inspired by, and then I got a story about how I created the song in the book. You know what I'm saying? So because CDs is gone, so that little booklet is kind of the lost art of hip hop that ain't really around no more. So I created a bigger version of that CD insert, and just to explain the songs. But in Jay-Z's book, Decoded, he was just talking about how he was in the lab with Biggie, and it was like they was in competition with each other about who's that guy in Brooklyn. but it was a friendly comp. They had super respect for each other because they both was getting it. You know what I'm saying? They both came out of the same place, but they was trying to go at each other. They was trying to be one up each other. You know what I'm saying? So, neither one of them was writing in the studio, and they said they was just going in, like just mumbling until it was time to record. But they did both of them songs. Excuse me. On one was on.
Reasonable Doubt.
One was on Reasonable Doubt.
That was Brooklyn's Finest.
Yeah, Brooklyn's Finest was on Reasonable Doubt, and Biggie took I Love the Dough.
Yeah,
so
that was for his second and final album.
Yeah, so that's how that worked. But Hov do that a lot. He'll do a song with Scarface, put him and Scarface on his album, then the song he do with Scarface would be on was on The Fix. You know what I'm saying? And
back.
He do that a lot. He'll do like 2 or 3 songs. I started doing that when I do features with. We do multiple and you take one, cause it's better to get it heard that way. Like, you just on my stuff. Like I need to be on. Let your crowd hear me too. So,
that's beautiful.
That's how it works.
We gotta circle back to Crucify, man. Break down that record to me, man. That one make you think, but.
Man, bro, I had COVID when I wrote it.
Really? Okay.
I thought it was
That explains a lot.
I thought it was it.
So like, it hit you kind of hard,
bro. I was like, man, I might not wake up one of these nights. How bad this is feeling. I could not wake up. You know what I'm saying? But I was writing so much music during COVID just because I was like, shit, somebody gonna find this book.
Yeah.
Like, so, but it's just a point. I just wanted to beat what I'm seeing around the like before it get there, and it get to a point where man, artists, athletes, shit, anybody that research some type of success before they push through, they go through this point where like everybody just hate them and like try to drag them and like stop them from reaching that point. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think I'm there yet, but I got to a point where like every couch I ever slept on was hitting me to remind me, like, don't forget where you came from. Like, I did this for you, and I did this, and like, or anybody that's ever did anything was just like, people was acting like they had ammo for me or something, like extortion type. Like, I'll tell everybody, I'll expose you. You know what I'm saying? Like,
expose you.
I'm like, expose what?
As if you out here lying.
Yeah, bro. Like I'm out here lying, bro. So it got to one of them things to where I felt it was coming. On top of I see it happen so much. Like when people reach a certain level of success, people just start stoning them. You know what I'm saying? Like people just start stoning them. And just mentally, that's just where I was at. And I just wanted to let people know when it happened to me, I'm just going to push through. The only answer is to continue winning. That's the only way you get through that. You change from number 8 to number 24.
Man. A lot of Kobe references.
And you get 2 more. You know what I'm saying? And everybody leave you alone. Like Tiger Woods. Kept winning. Like people will leave you alone when you know what I'm saying? You keep winning.
Right, man.
So
I was watching that dude's documentary about a week or so ago, and it's like it's a trip to me that people love a good underdog story. Yeah. Even though he wasn't an underdog, they love the story of the rise, but they love they love the fall. You know what I'm saying? Like they get tired of the win all the time. You know what I'm saying? People just get tired of a consistent win. So they get to a point where it's like, all right, we're gonna crucify this person. And we gonna like try to stop it because that's all. It's like people love the fall and they want to see you get back. They want to see Michael Vick go to the Eagles and win a Super Bowl. Like people wanted to see it. Like they want to see the
redemption, the resurrection. People want to see it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just it's weird, but I just felt it coming for me, and I just wanted to put it on wax before it happened. You know what I'm saying? If it happened, if it don't, if it already got past it, I don't know. I don't think I'm big enough for people to care. But
I swear I think about myself in the same vein. That's why when people, it's easy for me to be like laser focused, like it seems you are. Because I don't take myself too seriously to where I think, who got time to
Who
be thinking
got
about what I
time to
got
do
done?
that to me? You know what I'm saying?
I don't matter that much.
I just know on this, it was like I said, it was so many, like, it was just a lot. It got to a point where it was like people was just saying, right when we let people know Fire in Little Africa was on Motown, like people was coming out of nowhere and just like grilling me for the decisions I made. And I'm doing this and doing wrong for Black Wall Street or Greenwood, doing like people was really even throwing Legacy Festival during the centennial. Like a lot of people weren't happy. Like I was taking a lot of arrows for like everybody wasn't happy about like why are you doing a festival on this day and stuff like that. And so I just wanted to get it all off before you resurrect and continue continue yourself. But then that's the timeline of that. That's why we're all white on the Dreamland video. Like that video is like that's the next song after Crucify. And the first song is Sunday
Dreamland's the last
Dinner.
song on the album, right?
Dreamland is the last song. Crucify is right after the Last Supper, which is Sunday Dinner.
That's right.
So it's Sunday Dinner, it's Crucify, and then there's Resurrection on the album. So it was just, I say that's my last album of like local, super accessible, every like Steph.
I got you.
So I wanted to kill and get rid of all that, and then get ready for the next level of where I'm trying to take it. So that's why, that's like the timeline of events for the album is, you know what I'm saying? So anything that I felt could hold me back, I'm getting rid of it. You know what I'm saying? I'm dying for it. I'm killing that old me. And Dreamland, it looked very heavy. I like I'm in rap heaven. Like I'm in all white with the white car and the white house behind me, and I'm just, you know what I'm saying? That
Almost
was
like
kind of,
Tupac and I Ain't Mad at
for
You video.
real. It's like, for real. It was like a resurrection. This is, and that's all I'm talking to on the words. It's just manifesting and telling people where I'm going. So but that's why that song is right there where it's at. So
Placement. Man, I could rap with you all day, man. But I got about two more things I want to hit you with, man. You hinted on one of them a while ago. Do you? I don't know. I'm gonna judge you a little bit. Correct me if I'm wrong. You seem to me to be one of those people that want to go places and resonate everywhere, but you still want to be looked at as an everyday guy.
Yeah.
And accessible to some degree, to where you remember where your roots are.
right.
How accessible do you think you can realistically be, and when you with where you are and where you're headed, without having to get out of character in order to let people know that you are human?
Right. Realistically, I just had this conversation with myself that I can't be around too much. If I'm want to get to where I want to go as an artist,
right,
I do have to move around, and but I have a great team that can be in places and represent the brand while I'm not around. You know what I'm saying? So, but that was a big, and not even just a lot of it is just learning to let things go and let people go. That's how a lot of a big problem with me is really wasn't the accessibility. It's just the I don't want to leave people. Like I want to bring everybody with me. You know what I'm saying? I want to bring whether they deserve it or not. Like I want, just because I love them, I want to bring everybody in. Everybody can't go. Everybody don't even want to go. Like that's what people don't understand. Everybody don't even want to go. Some people just happy where they at, and I be just dragging them along. And I'm like, why am I doing all this? And I could just go, and I can come back, and you still be here in this love when I get back and see you. But yeah, man, I think, and on top of that, the getting out of character part, I It happens. It has to happen. Like, cause I'm a nice guy, and I'm cool. I'm a cool, like, I don't too much get out of character. I have to
People
get
prey on
very
that,
upset. Yeah, people do prey on that, but people do know not to, like, fuck with me, dude.
Yeah, okay. Nice little flex. Another little flex.
Like, people do, but I still gotta protect. That's what, like on Crucify. Um, I am more cautious of it, and I do gotta protect myself a little bit more. My friends tell me this every day, like, you can't be out here like you used to, bro. Like, it ain't the same. You know what I'm saying? You gotta chill. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Be backstage a little bit more, or be, you know what I'm saying? We got it. We got it. Like I said, I got a great team. Paid to be the number one person to be like, nah, bro, you can't. You gotta chill, because I do like to still be not in the VIP. I like to be in the, you know what I'm saying? I do love to be out here with the people, but it's Nipsey's birthday right now, and when Nipsey passed, so many people called me and was like, you need to sit down, you need to, like, chill out, you know what I'm saying? You don't need to be out here like that either, you know what I'm saying? Just out. He didn't need to be at that store every day, you know what I'm saying? So but everybody that I want to be like and I study, they all went out their way, which sucks. You know what I'm saying? I got a song called Beneath the Ashes where I say all my heroes are gone. Everybody I looked up to be for the people all the time. And they, you know what I'm saying? And I'm trying to find a way to live a long life that way. But the reality of it is you can't, you know what I'm saying? And long as I know where my heart is at and why, you know what I'm saying, I gotta do what I gotta do. But reality, I can't. You can't. Rappers don't life expectancy. You can be a gospel rapper. You still, it's haters. It's, you know what I'm saying? It don't matter. Somebody is going to want to stop your progression. It's just the name of the game. So I move different. I move a lot different now. I'm not as accessible, but I still got my ear to what I want to do for the community. Like, I still got things I want to do for the community, and that ain't gonna never change. I don't just have to be out here every day though, no more. So
you got the pulse of the city.
Yeah, I still know the pulse for sure.
Here's how we're gonna wrap it up, my boy. Minus the bullshit backlash that you got, in your estimation, was the Legacy Fest in Juneteenth this year what you wanted it to be?
Man, I wanted it to be bigger.
Okay.
Unfortunately, a lot of people thought the John Legend show that Monday was Legacy. So when they went national, that canceled, a lot of people that was coming to town thought Legacy was canceled.
That's a big time breakdown in communication.
For real.
Damn.
Because, mind you, Legacy was Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And then John Legend is Monday. So everybody's assuming this is just the whole weekend of Legacy. But when that got canceled, that's all. Tulsa don't get that. That's all the headlines. The Centennial celebration is canceled. You know what I'm saying?
That was a collective.
As a city. You know what I'm saying? So the whole world thought it got canceled. You know what I'm saying? So it was still a success because Tulsa was still in the play. A lot of people were still, you know what I'm saying, out there, but it was going to be way bigger. It was going to be way bigger had that not canceled. It just made people think the whole city, you know what I'm saying? If you was coming here from Atlanta or wherever, you just went, you know what I'm saying? You just like, I ain't coming. They canceled.
Rerouted.
Yeah. So, but as far as, I'm happy with it though. It was a lot of work.
Yeah,
we worked on that from January every day. I quit my job because I was in so many meetings, just working on Legacy Fest, just booking every artist and making sure everything was going. It was worth that. Like, I was happy about it. It's something that's never gonna happen again. It's only 100 year.
That's
so
right.
We want to do it again for the 101 and keep this something that goes just for the legacy of Black Wall Street, period. So hopefully this ain't just a one-time thing, but just that 100-year, I'm happy with everything we did. FIDA, Legacy, World Culture Music Fest, just how we carried ourselves, just that whole, you know what I'm saying, week. It really put a different energy in everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I could tell by the behavior of people.
The behavior is crazy
You know
better. Like it's crazy better. So more supportive. You know what I'm saying? So I'm happy with where things is going as a community. It's cool. It's cool to see. So
man. Well, brother, where can they find you, dog? Give them all your social media handles, man.
You can find me on StephSimon.com. Steph Simon on everything. It's StephXSimon on everything. Twitter, Instagram. I'm on Instagram all the time. Facebook. That's it. That's them are the ones you can find me at right there, Steph Simon. So I can talk all day, man. We didn't get to really just get into sports. I'm a super.
Yeah, man.
I want to interview you. Man.
And listen, man. I want to tell you something. I would be honored to do that, man. You just let me.
Things.
You just let me know when and where, and we can make that happen. Because see, I'll be peeping your posts and listening to your bars when you make your sports references. I can, believe it or not, that's just a tidbit, but I can always tell who's well versed in sports.
I can do a lot. Of sports references.
Yeah, because a couple times you're not just saying the household names. You'll say somebody that's like a second or third tier. Okay,
exactly.
This cat know a little something.
I might, like I said, man, Mario Ellie.
Come on,
Robert
man,
Horry, these are my favorite players. So
yeah. Both of them were both Rockets and Spurs.
Yeah, exactly.
Champs. That's a rabbit hole, man.
But yeah, it is. But yeah, man. So thank you for having me, bro. This is great, bro. I appreciate the nostalgia coming in this building.
Yeah.
Shout out to Smoot.
Yeah, man. Yeah. So you just keep doing your thing.
Thank
you got a supporter in me, my brother.
Thank you, brother.
Later.
Thank you.
I told her meet me at Skate Town. Just to get to you, I take a Greyhound. If you need proof, I'll travel 8 miles. If you need food, I'll order takeout. And if you need a getaway, I'll be your safe house. Yeah, baby, I got what you need. I got what you want. Take a chance, come see. Ain't nobody out there.